Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, cottagers. Welcome in, welcome in. And Remy, thank you so much for the gift sub from Z. That is a lot of time to be subbed in a row. But I hope you've been enjoying the emotes. I hope that your Sunday is going well, girl. I hope things are good by you. But welcome in. Today, we're doing cozy horse time. But first, I am sorry that I wasn't able to do stream yesterday. I had to go to the doctor because it's actually a really lame injury. I tried to do surgery on myself, punctured myself, and then it got infected. So sad. And then I had to go to a doctor and tell them that. And they all looked at me with disappointment, and then we're like, here's some antibiotics. No surgery on oneself? Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. You need to elaborate further. It's so lame. So I had an ingrown toenail, which if you don't know what that is, sometimes your toenail just like grows into your foot, which is like super annoying. And so I was like, oh, I'll just like get it myself. I'll just cut it. And I kind of, when I went to snip it, snipped myself. I get that chronically. Me too. I have one toe that just, ever since I hit 30, it's decided to just grow sideways instead of normally. So I went to go snip it and I like gouged myself, I guess, and then it got infected. And then I had to go to the doctor and be like, yeah, I did this. They were like, okay, well. Hi Raz, welcome in Valeria, hope you're doing well. But yeah, so that was my sad story. You gotta get Neosporin on that stat. I know, I didn't have Neosporin until it was too late, and then after that point it was like, well. And then the Neosporin was not strong enough. It could not hold back the infection. Also, welcome in Verdant, hope you're doing well, hope things are good by you. Happy Sunday, everyone. But yeah, so now I'm on the big girl antibiotic pills, and I have a referral to a podiatrist if my foot, I don't know, gets to the point where I have to amputate it. Who knows? But that's why I wasn't here yesterday. I had to go drive around and tell my sad story to a bunch of doctors who looked at me like I was wild, and I was wild. I was making bad decisions. So, moral of the story is don't do anything to yourself that you would feel embarrassed having to tell a doctor resulted in an injury. That's what I learned. It's better to just like have a good old step on a nail story kind of thing and be like, it was an accident. I didn't do this to myself. I couldn't have predicted this. Than having to be like, well, this was me. That's not that embarrassing, don't worry. It felt embarrassing, though the nurses all laughed when they were like, how did this happen? And I was like, ill-advised self-surgery. And they were like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah. Sorry, fam, this was me. It doesn't help that I run around barefoot all the time, like in my house. I don't know why. I just don't really like to wear socks, even in the winter when it gets cold. I kind of just am still in bare feet, so lots of opportunities for stuff to get me, I guess. Meowdy Raz, Meowdy Chat, welcome in, fat boy. Hope you're doing well. Alright, but that's why I wasn't here. That's my excuse. That's my why did you not come to class excuse. So, today we're gonna be playing the Rancho Rivershine Cozy Horse game. They do have a huge update cooking, but it's made by a solo dev, and she's doing a lot of bug fixes right now. The beta testers have been hard at work rooting out all sorts of bugs, so it's not quite out yet, but I'm hoping maybe this month we'll get it, which will be fun because that has the ability for you to like train your foals and stuff, so that should be a good time. Let me go ahead also turn my sound down just a bit so that it's not super loud in my ear. And then I will launch the game, and then we will go forth. I live in a flat with tile floors. Socks are mandatory. I have homemade toe caps on my Crocs. Aw. Most of my floors are hardwood. Let's see, I have some like faux tiling in my mudroom, but most of my floors are hardwood, and then it's like carpeted upstairs because it's actually the original floorboards upstairs, which are beautiful and they're very wide, but they also have a lot of gaps in them, and if you know, having a cat, cats are very liquidy. They kind of throw up often, so having floorboards with big gaps in them is a no-go. So they have carpet on them for now, but someday we will restore them. Oh, excuse me. They were actually painted over, so it was kind of like not the best configuration. All right, let's go over here. Let me turn my desktop audio on. And then my computer is so sad that I'm like moving screens. Probably needs to be restarted at some point. Alright, let's see. I'm on autumn 23 of year 2. Not that the years really matter, to be honest. Because this game is pretty infinite, so... I don't remember what I was up to, though, so... We have wild horses in Crystal Lake. Exciting. Anywho, what else have I been up to? What have you guys been up to? How is everyone's lead up into summer going? My work was very busy, which is expected. End of the semester is always kind of busy, but for some reason it took me by surprise. This time around it got me, and other than that, I've been getting into Warhammer the Old World, so I've been building up my army full of horses. I'm very excited to paint lots of horses. So that's good. I had a birthday, pulled more cable than I ever wanted to do again. Oh, well, I'm glad. Hopefully your birthday was good. Hopefully you had fun on your birthday. The cable pulling doesn't sound as fun. Does not sound as enjoyable. Warhammer nerd, yeah. I just never really got into I'm not really into sci-fi stuff, so I never really got into 40K because of like the aesthetic and stuff. And then Age of Sigmar also, I just didn't really love the aesthetic, but now that they're bringing back the Old World, which is like their old fantasy line, that's way more my jam. Kind of gotten sucked into 40K after being introduced to a video game by my friend. I've resisted it for so long. I mean, it's really fun though, but I think the key is like, don't go too hard too fast, because it's expensive, you know. Also, welcome in, Mimi. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are good by you. I was focusing a lot on the speedrun events this weekend. My run and host shifts were yesterday, so I'm feeling nice and unrushed today. Yay! I'm glad. I hope you had fun doing your speedrun events. But I'm glad today you get a nice like rest day and you're chilling. That sounds fun. Doing okay, thanks. Good. Old Fantasy is where it started. Yeah. Thankfully, it's just the game world. I'm still far away from miniatures. Well, that's good then. The miniatures do be expensive, as I've learned. Though you can play. Oh, sorry, I have a frog in my throat. You can play. I found a website that you can play battles with friends, like online. Kind of like a tabletop sim kind of thing. Kind of nice if you ever wanted to try the tabletop, but without, you know, the investment of the miniatures or like, you know, needing the space to store all that stuff. Because it is kind of a space intensive game, let's be honest. Need a big game board and The miniatures are not easy to store. You got a link? Yeah, let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Let me grab it. I think my husband sent it to me. This one was specific to the old world, but I'm nearly positive that there must be ones for whatchamacallit for 40k, because 40k is the more popular one, I would say, because they have a lot more lead in. Like you said, there's a lot more like video games that have the 40k world. So let me see, where is this thing? No, that's not it. Army builder. Did he not send it to me? That would be so wild. Oh, maybe I bookmarked it. Let me see if I can find it in a bookmark. I could Google foo my way there. Automod. Automod's wilding. Hold on. I think I have a bookmark. Where is it? It would be in... I swear I bookmarked it. Where is this? Bookmarks bar. It should just be in the other section. And all the way at the bottom, I think. Nope. I'll find it. I'll find it. I'll put it in the Discord or something. I'll find it eventually. But yeah. It's there. It exists. It's gotta be. And it's gotta be there for 40k. Somewhere out in the wide world. Thanks, Raz. I tried. I failed. Can't believe I didn't bookmark it. I don't know when. My husband must have like put it up on our big screen, so maybe he has it bookmarked. I don't know. Hey yo, Raz, welcome in, Captain. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are good by you. But yeah, so that's an option. But yeah, I found out the Bretonians are all horses. So I was like, this is perfect. I only want to paint horses. That's like brings me back to my Briar horse days. Very exciting. The San Diego TwitchCon badge is unfairly good. Is that the little sailboat the captain has? Because that's pretty good. I was just about to say that that's pretty good. Gotta lurk as mate wants to play Titanfall 2. Sounds good. Enjoy your Titanfall 2. Hope it's lots of fun. Alright, this friend... I don't remember when I had some of these. Wispy Lemon, I don't think we were gonna keep, so that's a friend we were going to sell, I think. And, oh, this girl is so pretty. Look at this girl. I found her out in the wild. Black Bay Dapple. Actually, wild. I don't know where my brush went. Disappeared for a second. That's what the badge is. Very cute sailboat. I love sailboats. Have you ever gone sailing? I have not gone sailing, but mainly because, you know, I'm afraid of the ocean, so that, you know, that's usually where you put a sailboat. Deep water. But it always looks like a lot of work. It always looks like a lot of work. And getting cooked by the sun. But some people love it. My old CEO at my old company loved sailboats. That was like that was his hobby, was sailing. And I had an aunt and uncle that, they didn't have kids, and they just sailed around the world in a sailboat for years. Went all over. That was their whole thing. They had lots of fun. One of them was really into bird watching, so we got to see all kinds of birds going to all these places. But yeah, that was their jam for a while, and then they settled down in Tennessee, probably when they got tired of having to actually, you know, do work to get around. I've never gone out on a sailboat. I have been out on lakes on like regular boats. That is nice. That is nice. My mother-in-law has a boat. Again, The deep water, though, kind of freaks me out, so I don't love going on the boat, but the vibe is there. It's actually really nice to go out on a lake at night and go stargazing. Because they usually have very clear view of all the stars. Okay, let me check on all of our friends. 3 Cashew is pregnant. Okay, so she's gonna give birth to a foal in 4 days. Is anyone else pregnant? You do not look pregnant. You are not. Good. Good, good, good. Bright Storms, our stallion. Let's see. Who? These are all my boys. Okay. Okay. Kind of, I always have too many stallions. I don't know, they always turn out having really nice colors and then I end up keeping them. Not the best for, I don't know, for my business model, I guess. Alright, let's see, what does Wispy Lemon needs? Probably flexibility. But let me check on the other friends. Is anyone really close to being done with training? Okay, this friend is gonna go do jumping today. And what do you need? What do you need? You could do speed today. Okay. I want to make sure that everyone does not need all the same things, because I have limited ability to do training each day. So it's best if you do not double up. Otherwise they won't get much done. So out we go. We're gonna go to the new, well, it's the newest one, but I guess it's been out for a while, the Rocky Hill Zone. So we can train some flexibility. I did some horse breeding before the flexibility trainer was out, so some of my horses have really abysmal flexibility scores, and therefore their children also have pretty abysmal flexibility scores. So, but the nice thing is their other scores are usually okay, so we can get past that. And I'm just trotting so that I don't train speed by cantering or endurance by galloping, because we want to allocate our points wisely. Not that this friend isn't eventually going to train both of those things, but prevents my stamina, my potential number of points to be earned for flexibility to be lowered prematurely. Alright, just over this bridge, get to the little arena. And there we go. There's our barrels, ready to be woven through. I have a coworker at work now who is originally from the South, and she did barrel racing when she was younger. And I was like, that's pretty cool. That is not a discipline that I ever did, because I always rode English style, and barrel racing is a Western style discipline. But nice to meet someone who had done that, actually. It was fun. It's fun to talk with her about that stuff. Alright, now we can head back. We can canter because we are out of stamina, so can't spend more points today on this horse, which is great, because then we can do whatever we want gate-wise without accidentally training. I cannot wait for the full training update to come out. I'm going to be so hype. I've been eagerly awaiting it, but I've also not been beta testing it because I just want to play on the full build. I always get tempted by beta testing, but then I always feel like if you actually beta test, you have to like do work. You know, you gotta like find bugs and log them and stuff. I'd rather just play on the released version. that is hopefully bug-free. Because I don't want a horse to, like, disappear or something, which sometimes happens in, like, the beta version. You have to be a little bit more loose and fine with stuff going wild, I think. Alright, thanks for your work today, Wispy Lemon. What a good bean. Brush, brush, brush. Let's see, what do you need again? You need jump. Her stats are literally awful, but she's very pretty. So she's being kept solely for aesthetic purposes. Her stats are really bad. As a wild horse, she came with like really, really low stats, but she's pretty. So she stays in the stable. She's in. I really wish we could have these sheep on our farm. I would love some sheep and some chickens just like running around. I wouldn't even mind if you had to feed them. I would allocate some resources for that for sure. I think, let's see, it's like 10 a.m. right now. I think when we get back, I'll check in on the tack shop and see if anything good is there. I think when we go to Crystal Lake, there'll be wild horses there, but I don't think we need anything right now, so we'll probably just skip that. Maybe we'll go find them after training, just to say hello, because they are pretty out in the wild. Also, I think my volume, I think I put it down a little too far, so let me super quick just bump it a little bit. There we go. Just a bit. So I can actually hear the music. Actually, wait, let me sanity check myself. Did I? Oh, I did turn on desktop audio. Okay. I was like, has it been quiet for everyone this whole time? Did I not turn that on at all? It wouldn't be the first time. The scuff is inevitable when streaming, I think. Sometimes stream brain just gets you and you just forget to be functional. I don't know why. I think it's the constant commentary. Your brain is so wrapped up in trying to make words that it just struggles to do just about anything else. And the difficulty only increases as you are less familiar or less good at a game, or if it takes more of your sanity to play. If it's like a tactics game or something that you gotta think about, then the stream brain really starts to kick in. I don't know why, but at my old job, we used to call that brain. It was like some weird thing that originated on Slack where someone accidentally, like, they meant to say, like, oh, sorry, my brain was, like, melted when they were working on something, but they just said, like, sorry, I have brain. And then that just became a perfect description of how you feel when your brain is a little melty. It's not working the best that it could be. It becomes brain, and you would think double brain would mean more brain power, but it's less. It's actually like halved. That's actually the same coworker that I ran into in Palia, and she texted me and was like, was that you that I saw in Palia? And I was like, yes. Are we on the same server? And she was like, she was like, your name is very unique, so I figured it had to be you. I was like, it was me. I was just playing Palia, running around, which was goofy. Paleo was such a trip. I have so many people, it's such a shame because I have so many people that really like Paleo, but it's just not my jam, I think. Unfortunately. Oh, they're like, okay, so they're like, the wild horses are like straight across. So, go see if we can see him. I think if you really like the decor elements of like decorating houses in Final Fantasy 14 or stuff like that, or even like in Animal Crossing, I think Palia is like a much more enjoyable game because they did index pretty hard into that, but a lot of the stuff was just not my favorite. In particular, the farming was so incredibly slow and time gated that it was just really not super fun. So I just gave that one a pass. But that's okay. Not every game has to be for us, and that doesn't mean that it's necessarily a bad game. It's more just not my style. But I'm happy for the people that like it. All right, let's look at these horses. What do we got? What do we have? Lots of black coats, actually. Lots of black coats. Are any of you guys? Oh, you are? You a lot of roans, I think. Yeah, those all look like roans. That's kind of wild. Kind of wild. You look like a roan too. Are you all roans? This is not a roan zone. I think all of them are roans though. We have like 2 chestnut roans and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black roans. That's kind of wild. I've never seen a herd with coats so similar to each other. I do like the one with a stripe and stockings that just ran away from us. I like his markings. Very cute. All right. Let's see. How do I get out of here? All right, just go the way that I'm going. And then we'll go to the tack shop and see if there's anything that I haven't bought yet. Granted, I forget what I feel like I was saving up money for something, which always happens. I save up a bunch of money and then I go into town and I buy things, and then later I'm like, ah, dang it. I was meant to not be spending money. It's kind of like real life. You forget that you had something that you needed to do, and you're like, ah, tragic. Now I've inted it. I've inted my spending. Or something crops up. That's probably maybe the more likely thing, is something happens and you're like, oh, now I have to spend money on this. Also, welcome in, Log. Thank you for the hydrate. Everyone make sure you get a sip of something. Doesn't matter what it is, something's better than nothing. I'm drinking water today. I'm trying to be good after going to the doctor yesterday. I was like, alright, I'll turn over a new leaf. I'll drink water. I'll be a responsible adult. Though I did buy a bunch of ginger ale when I was at the pharmacy, so you know, a trade-off. It was a little treat. A little treat for myself. Alright, what do we got? Cute ribbon. Ooh, I like this. Do I have the purple? Hello. Where is your friend? Where is he? I'm gonna ring the bell. Thanks, dude. I love the bells because, like, sometimes the shopkeepers are just wandering. I don't know why, but they're just, like, not in their shop sometimes. Which is great because then I can just ring the bell and then they'll show up. Okay. I really wanted the purple blanket, so that's nice. Anything else that I, like, super want? What is this? Bridle? Is it a bridle? It looks like a bridle. Dark brown classic bridle. Do I have the normal bridle? We could do this though. It's always nice to have more bridle options. Because I think I just have like black and light brown. Which is fine. You know, black's a neutral color. Works with just about everybody, but is nice to have some other options. Alright, do I need anything else? Let me talk to my friends over here. Do I have anything with you? Oh, Speed Arena second upgrade? I should probably do that, right? Okay. Yeah, that seemed worthwhile. And then what did you have? Oh, you know what? I was probably saving for these pens. The expert mountain pen, $335,000. That's a lot. Okay, one day. Haven't been around in a while. What new games have you been playing? Video game wise, what have I been up to? I've been meaning to try the Tiny Glade demo. Tiny Glade is a little castle builder. It's like a little cozy game. Kind of think Townscaper, but like a castle in a more like pastoral environment. There's sheep that you can pet. So that has a demo out that I've been meaning to play. But I haven't gotten around to it yet. But I've been seeing really good things about it. I've had my eye on Tiny Glade for a very long time, so I'm very excited for that one to eventually launch. What else? What else? I don't think I've been playing too much else. I need to get back into Slime Rancher. I really need to just go and finish Slime Rancher 1. I've been like crawling along at like the slowest pace humanly possible because I would like to play Slime Rancher 2, but I feel like Slime Rancher 1 should be finished before I get more going. I've also wanted to play Cozy Caravan. I don't know if I was going to play that one on stream or not. I was thinking about it because it looks really cute. Camper Van Make It Home has a demo. You might be interested in that. Cozy little decorating game, big unpacking vibes. I think I saw that one. Yeah, I think I had my eye on that because I liked the concept of it being like small space decorating. I thought that was kind of nice. So I think, yeah, there's like a lot of demos and stuff that I feel like I need to play. And then otherwise, honestly, I've been spending a lot of my not stream time either working on chores, which is not the most fun, doing some real life gardening, which is kind of backbreaking because I let the weeds get kind of out of control, and then building some Warhammer The Old World miniatures. So that's all been fun, but less video games. I've been trying to actually limit my screen time a little bit because I don't think it's very good. I work at a computer all day, so it's not been very good for my eyes, I think. I don't do a very good job of like stretching my eyes. You're supposed to actually look away from a screen like every X amount of time to, you know, I don't know, get yourself together. Make sure that you're not rotting your eyes as you just stare at screens all day, but I'm bad at that. I basically never remember to do it by looking at things that are like far away or whatever. So I'm trying to be a little bit more intentional about still playing games, want to play games on stream, want to finish some other games off stream, but trying to limit my screen time. Also just not letting myself like scroll social media on a computer or something like that. I've also been playing a lot of Arknights. I won't lie. Been playing a lot of Arknights on my phone. I've been enjoying that game a whole lot. I'm very slowly working my way through the story because I'm still very new to the game. I think I'm in chapter like 6. Is that a gacha? It is a gacha, but you don't need to. You can play for free pretty comfortably. A lot of the top level people make guides for every level using the low level people that you can just easily roll, because they give you a lot of like free rolls in this like a recruitment thing. So it's at least, it's also not to like, listen, not to like hype up a gacha, but as far as gachas go, it's also quite affordable, I would say. Even like spending money on rolls, fairly cheap. Comparable. I think I got used to like Mod Soul, which is very expensive to roll in, and you get like almost nothing all the time. I think I got damaged by Mod Soul in some ways. So yeah, it's not bad though. It's good. I recommend it. I've been having fun with it. And the story in the world is very cool. It reminds me a lot of, I mean, there's a lot of games that are like this and a lot of worlds that are like this, but Eternal Sonata is the one that I think of the most because I played that as a kid. But it's a world where there are these like natural disasters called catastrophes that are pretty wild, and there's this mineral essentially called originium, and if you get infected, originium as a mineral it can also make these like airborne particulates, kind of like quietus in a Harvestella, but if you ingest it or breathe it in, you become infected and these crystals like grow in your body, and it's like a terminal illness. It will eventually kill you and it gets progressively worse. But if you become infected, you gain like magic powers. So it's a weird world where like these terminally ill people who are like able to spread their disease, that's the other part of it. If your disease goes too far, you actually just like explode into crystals, which then obviously releases a bunch of particulates and you can like infect a bunch of people around you. So people are like kind of afraid of infected people, but also they're incredibly powerful. So like certain governments have different policies. Like some are completely against the infected people. They try and eradicate them, or they section them off in like slums or something. They don't really let them integrate in normal life. Or some countries kind of use the fact that they can use magic as like a powerful military force kind of thing. So it's an interesting world. It reminds me a lot of Eternal Sonata in the same way. People in Eternal Sonata also were like, if you were ill with this terminal disease, you would gain the ability to do magic. Cordyceps magicians, yeah, it's like that. And the more that you use your magic, the more that you accelerate the growth of these crystals, and it does immense damage to you. It's also like a chronic pain thing. If you have this, if you're infected, you're in pain all the time. I guess there are two types of infections. There's like chronic infection, which is like the infection doesn't progress very quickly. Unless you use your like magic abilities, or there's acute, which is when like it progresses very, very quickly, but you're also very powerful in that way. And then I'm pretty sure that the way that the arts work, that's what they call it, the like magical powers, they I'm pretty sure that the way that they work is that you are like everyone has like different abilities. So like, and it's not, I don't think it's something that you can like train per se. I think it's some like ingrained thing. So like some people are healers, or some people are like snipers or something. There's also it's something weird with the world where like people don't have like regular bullets like most guns and stuff. Like there's a lot more crossbows and things because guns need like arts to fire them. usually, which, you know, usually it's infected people that are wielding those. But not always. I guess some people can just like have originium bullets or something, but that seems risky to carry around something that could infect you. But it's cool. It's a cool world. Also, all of the cities in the world are nomadic. Like, all the major cities are on wheels because sometimes they need to move the city out of range of these catastrophes, which will be like giant meteor showers and stuff like that. So it's an interesting thing. Also, a lot of the places are based on real life cultures. So there's like Ursus is a region of like bear people, essentially. They have little like bear ears, and they're very similar to like Russia. And what's interesting is in the gacha game, so like I have some characters from Ursus. Absinthe, for instance, is one of them. And you can select to have her speak Russian as her like language, which is great. They actually have a lot of like localized voice acting. So I have characters from like Syracusa, which is essentially like Italy, and they actually got Italian voice actors to voice act them. And who else do I have? Oh, I just got a girl from like the Austrian region. I think Lithuanian. And she speaks German, and her voice actor is very good. I like her voice actress a lot. She has a very pretty voice. So there's a lot of fun things. They've definitely invested a lot of money into the game, which is kind of nice to see. There's a lot of gacha games where I feel like you pay a lot of money and you don't see that money being reinvested anywhere. Let's put it that way. So it's a little funky. But this one they've definitely put more into it. Anyway, but that's my Arknights spiel. I do like that you can play it for free though. You don't have to spend any money if you don't want to. Have I spent money? Oh, for sure. But I also feel like my view of gacha games is kind of warped because of I used to play Puzzle and Dragons, and Puzzle and Dragons was also pretty bad about taking your money and making the meta just like, hey, the new thing that we put out is way better than everything else you've ever got, so spend more money, thanks. And I'd be like, well, this is a never-ending treadmill of sad. I try and stay away from gacha pretty categorically unless it's cosmetic only. I think that's very fair. Cosmetic only is nice. Because then it's just like, well, you know, you don't need it. You don't need it to play the game. You're just vibing. But yeah, so playing a lot of Arknights, enjoying the story. There was a new event recently that I played through. It was good. The one thing, there's a lot of cutscenes. I end up having, sometimes to get into a stage, I end up having to read like 15 minutes worth of content. So sometimes I have to set aside more time than I think in order to get things done, because I don't really want to skip the story. I'd rather read it, but I'm pretty sure there's ways that you can go back and like reread stuff, but I like the story, so I'm trying to keep up. Alright, so we finished training one of our girls. So she can be sold, actually, which I might do today. This friend, what should we do with you? Maybe endurance today? That might be a good one. Might be a good one. There's also 3 days until 3 Cashew has her foal. So I gotta remember to bring her in probably tomorrow or so. It's not a big deal if she has her foal out in the field, but knowing me, I just wouldn't check, and then it would be kind of a wild time. So this way, everything's easier if I just remember to bring her inside ahead of time, and then I will spot the foal right away, and I won't forget that a baby was born. Alright, this pretty girl. She could probably do speed today. Actually, speed, yeah. Let's do speed, I guess. And then, let's see, Fluffy Mouse. You're done. You're finished, right? She is done. Okay. So we'll sell Fluffy Mouse. Because she's all set. She is finished. So I might go to the auction house and just do that right away, actually. There we go. Let's get her fed before she goes, so we can send her off to a good home. Nice and brushed. Where did I say you were going? Endurance? Okay. We'll do endurance first, and then I'll head in to town. Because endurance is way back here in Pine Forest, which is actually in the back of our farm. Back of our ranch. So I don't need to cross through town to get to it. There's one other spot, it's actually like across from this on the other side, that is another map that's going to be accessible via our farm. I want to say that's like 2 or 3 updates away. I think it's going to be the full update and then maybe the new trail. I may regret asking this so earnestly, but where are the horse's teats? They would be underneath, I believe in the back half, I think. But, yeah, they don't show them. The nursing mares, I don't believe show them, but yes, that's where they are. Underneath, like just a bit ahead of the back legs. Underneath. But yeah. I don't think you need to regret asking something earnestly. I mean, maybe I would regret saying that to you, but I don't think so. I think we're all good. The models are in fact simplified in some ways. Which is fair. I mean, that's like an extra thing to model. Konbanwa! Welcome in, Fuwari. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are good by you. Welcome, welcome. We're just playing some cozy horse game. Hope everyone's Sunday is going well, or for those of you who are late Sunday night, early Monday morning, I hope that your week goes well. I feel like, I don't know if I'm gonna have a busy week this week. I hope not, but I have someone coming back from vacation who's probably gonna wanna go over a lot of stuff, so I don't think it's gonna be too much like actual work, but it's probably gonna be kind of busy on like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then I'm hoping that Thursday and Friday will be way more chill. That's my hope. And then I should be kind of home free for most of the summer. I think it might get a little busy around like the beginning of July, and then it'll obviously get busy again at like the end of August, but after that, Should be okay. Also, was this child named Fluffy Mouse? I think it was, but let me check. I should probably rename the horses. You know what? Let's see, horse information. Okay. Fluffy Mouse S. I'll mark them with an S when I need to sell them. I should probably do that with all of my friends that I'm going to sell, because then that way I'll remember it. Because the way that the selling interface works is kind of stressful. I wish they would give you a preview of the horse before you agree to sell it, because I can easily see myself getting confused and selling the wrong horse. I would not put that past myself. So I need to like mark them with slightly different names so that I can easily be like, ah, this is a horse to sell. All right, let's put this boy over here. He's going to be tied up so he won't move away. I think our trust might be high enough that he wouldn't move away anyway, but yeah, see? I was like Wispy Mouse. No, Fluffy Mouse S. Let's sell. All right, auctioneer people. Do your best. All right, nice. Nice. Okay. Got 27k from that. Not bad. Sometimes the call of fresh grass to eat is too much. Yeah, to be fair, if you put me in a room full of snacks, I would probably also be like, But those snacks over there, though. I'd like a snack. I actually don't have any snacks in my house. It's like kind of become a problem because I keep getting hungry, but not for like a full meal and not enough for me to like cook something. And it's like I just want a handful of like pretzels or like some trail mix or something. I don't know. I just a little thing to nibble on. Some dried mango, maybe. I don't know. I need to figure something out. I gotta figure something out. Because I keep forgetting, anytime I like think about getting snacks, it's like never when I'm in a position to do so, and then I forget. And then I remember again when I'm hungry, but it's just a vicious cycle. It's just a cycle of woe at this point. So I gotta get myself sorted at some point. I've been calorie counting, so snacks have been siren calling me. Oof. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, did you not get fed today, friend? I gotta check our other friend. Did I not feed anybody? I think we're gonna go with speed for you today, but let me check. Did you get fed? No. Wow. It's just over here not feeding anyone. Did I feed you guys? I did. Weird. See? The stream brain. The brain. It got me. In the past, when my husband was doing, like, judo competitions and stuff, he would cut sometimes to make weight. And he would be such a bear. It would make him so grumpy to, like, not have all the calories that he wanted. Because he's, like, a pretty big dude. He's very strong. Also, his neck is so thick, it, like, doesn't fit into so many shirts. It's kind of, it's, like, not funny because He has trouble getting like button-up shirts that fit, but he like from so many years of like in wrestling and stuff, they had him um build up their neck muscles because it's really important to not injure yourself. But now, as an adult, he's like, hard to find collared shirts that fit him without like choking him. But yeah, anytime he was cutting, he'd be such a bear. Be like, bro, he'd be so grumpy. Also, Doctor, hello and have a good day. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are good by you. I'm having a great day. Just playing horse game, chatting. It's been nice. I think later today I'm gonna do some laundry and fold some clothes, and then maybe I might have to water some plants, and then I think I'm gonna build some more Warhammer the Old World models, so that'll be fun. Nice to just like sit and grind on something for a while. Also take some time away from the screens, as you should, you know? I want to be snuggling Pickles, but she's doing her own thing on her perch right now. But normally we have a nice little snuggle time on my lap. But she's feeling the sunbathing in the window instead, though it's kind of overcast today, so I don't know how much sunbathing she's getting in there. She's snoring though. Snooms and oh, she just conked out. She like just went sideways. She was sitting in loaf position for a while, but now I guess she's very sleepy. She woke me up at 8:30 today, and I went to bed at like 2:30, so that was not great. It was not my favorite thing. She woke me up and was like, Mom, I want breakfast. Feed me. I need food. I'm dying. I was like, you are not dying. There is food in this room from last night, but okay, fine. I will get you your breakfast. Little gremlin bean. And then she came into the kitchen and was like, she's normally pretty good when I'm making food. She's not like going wild. She doesn't like usually get underfoot or anything. She normally is just like sitting doing her own thing. But today she decided she was gonna like camp out in the kitchen and make sure that I made her food correctly. I was being watched very carefully. I was like, ma'am, please. What are you up to? I forget what, I don't know if I had a plan for this mare that we just finished training. I don't know if she was, I don't remember if I had a stallion that I wanted to pair her with, or what my end goal was. I guess she was just pretty, so I snatched her. But I don't know if there was more to this plan. I really should get in the habit of writing down my ideas for Rivershine, because I play it like once a week or so, but then I forget what I'm up to. I have these grand ideas and then they float away. And then I get back in and I'm like, what was I up to in here? What was the plan? I'll have to make a little notepad. I started getting into Obsidian, the like note-taking software, so maybe I need a note for the Ranch of Rivershine to tell me what am I doing? Why did I get this horse? What was my idea here? Other than just, wow, she looks nice. Obsidian is so interesting. You can do so much with Obsidian. I'm definitely just a little baby using it. But I've been trying, see, the thing is my brain lives in probably about 40 or 50 Notepad++ tabs, which is not really very sane, if I'm gonna be honest. So my husband was like, what if you got Obsidian and then it's like synced up and you can like have it on your phone and other places? And I was like, that might be nice. That would probably be a good plan. 50 Notepad++ tabs? Yeah. Yeah. Because I'll use them and then they get really long and then and they're not organized. They're just like stream of consciousness for like whatever I was up to. So yeah, it's pretty horrible. I don't recommend anyone do that. It's not a good system. It's just the one that I have chosen to shackle myself to. But yeah, so I'll like make a new tab and then I'll be like, oh, this tab is going to be about this, and then I just end up, that's the tab that ends up being open, so everything just goes into it. So it's kind of a nightmare. But if I'm going to be honest. Also, let me see this boy. How much potential do you have left? You have 48%. Okay. Endurance is really close to being done, though. Maybe... hold on. Here's a watermelon. Why don't we go finish up endurance quick? And then we could probably do something else. Also, welcome in, Ray. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are good by you. Welcome in, welcome in. I just realized it, like, because we only have 2 horses in rotation now, and now only 1, we're gonna finish much earlier in the day, so we could probably make use of some of our produce that we've been growing, the watermelons that I grew all summer. Hello, how are you? I'm doing well. How are you, superhero? Hope you're doing well. Hope your Sunday or very early Monday is going well. Depending on where in the world you're at. My Twitter feed this weekend has been just full of like Offkai Expo stuff. Offkai being like a VTuber convention. I don't know, like I feel like I don't think I would ever go to Offkai, to be honest, but I would go as a robot attendee. I would go as like an iPad attached to a robot. That could be fun. But it's a long way to fly. It's a very far away convention to me. And I don't know. I like VTubers, but I don't know if I like VTubers enough to warrant the flight. Okay, perfect. This is done. What else do you have cooking? We could go do speed, I guess, or jump. Jump is the lowest, but we could go do jump and then speed, or maybe jump would be better. Go do some of that training. I have been thinking about attending Adepticon maybe though, which is like a tabletop gaming convention in the Midwest. Conventions seem just so intimidating. I think it depends on like what kind of convention it is and how much you like the things happening there, and also because like I went to anime conventions for a very long time, and I did competitive cosplay, so I think I kind of burned out on conventions for a while. There was a good like 4-year stretch where I was going to like a bunch of conventions every year, and it was very tiring. On the one hand, got very good at like navigating conventions, and then later I worked for a convention as staff for a couple years, and that was its own experience. And then Now I really don't feel compelled to go to conventions unless sometimes I go to conventions if I have friends that are going and it's a good time to just like meet up. Um, but I usually find myself not having a whole lot to do during the day because I don't necessarily like want to go to like the concerts or some of the panels I'll go to, but sometimes a lot of the paneling, I don't know, for anime cons in particular, a lot of the paneling ends up being kind of the same. So it's like, how many times can you go to like the advanced cosplay panel, the wig panel, you know? How many times, especially with some things as well made sense before things like YouTube tutorials were so ubiquitous. Like having panels about making different costumes and doing wigs and all this stuff like made sense when there wasn't this huge repository of that information just like available for free in one place where everyone could find it really easily. But now that YouTube exists and YouTube tutorials are a thing and there's like tons of people sharing their knowledge, some of those panels not necessarily needed, let's put it that way. It'd be one thing if it was like a workshop, if you were like being taught by someone and they were doing it along with you and you got to have like hands-on time, but just sitting in a room and someone being like, "Here's how I make my wig." It's like, I mean, I could have got this from a YouTube video, I think. And I'd probably be able to see better because a lot of the panel rooms are very large. But some conventions have really interesting panels, but they have to like index really hard into that. I know Tekko Shokan in Pittsburgh is really they get some really interesting panels because they have a really strong educational track. Um and they also pay panelists cash to do panels. So they get a lot of panelists that actually like going to their convention because they get paid for their time and not just in like free badges or whatever. They can just get cash. So they have some really incredible panelists that are there. But yeah, I think the combo of going to a convention is like, how much do you like the thing that the convention is centered around? Are there any like really special guests that you wouldn't normally get to be able to meet? Like, it might be worth going to a convention if you really love a particular like game designer or voice actor and they're going to be there and you can get, stuff signed or whatever. But I think conventions are always better with a buddy. So even I wouldn't solo conventions are extra tough, I think. If you have at least one friend to bomb around with, helps a lot. Getting paid, what a concept. I know a lot of conventions, they give you a free badge, but not for that year, for the next year. And you usually have to do multiple panels, which is a lot in a weekend. Just, because panels are usually like an hour. So it's like you have to come up with multiple 1 hour presentations and get them accepted and then be comped in order to like get your badge comped for the next year. So you have to pay for this year's badge. So Tekko is a really nice one because you show up, you check in, you go to your panel, you end your panel, you go back to the check-in desk and you say, "Had my panel, it was great, here's all my stuff," and they say, "Here you go," and they pay you in cash. And then you can leave. And it's wonderful. So I did one panel at Tekko one year, and I had a really lovely time. I liked them a lot. I had a really nice time. They were very professional too. They put me in a great room as well. The setup was like really nice. I was in like almost a big lecture hall. It was super fun. So yeah, I think the key is to just pick conventions that you like the vibe in. Also, This is super underrated. People generally don't talk about this. Before you decide to go to a convention, check the location of the convention center. Because sometimes I think people see, oh, this convention is in Boston. And they're like, Boston's a cool city. But what they don't know is the convention center is like out in the middle of nowhere. It's not near food. It's not near like any of the cool stuff. So they get baited and they're like, oh, I'm gonna like go and then I can like experience the city and I can walk around and I can see all these nice things and I can eat all this nice food. And then it's like they're stranded. They're like on an island in the middle of nowhere. So check where the convention actually is and also decide, like, look around for like how many restaurants are there? What's the hotel situation look like? Does it look like it's really, if it's a big city, is it near public transportation, which would open up your ability to stay at more hotels that maybe are cheaper? If it's like a convention that you'd be driving to, like what's the parking situation even look like? Because you don't want to show up after driving for like an hour to a convention only to find out that the parking is like $60 a day and it's at like a mile from the thing that you have to walk. Because it's a massive like field or something that you're parking in. So check those things, because I've been to a lot of conventions where the food situation is incredibly grim and there will be like 3 restaurants nearby and you can believe that they are packed and that there's almost no way to get a table unless you're like really going late or something or really early. So and then if you're eating like fast food or something and I don't know, it just like makes you feel sick. You probably won't be feeling great anyway. You might not be getting the best sleep. You might not be getting enough water in you. You're doing a lot of stuff throughout the day. You need good fuel to keep you going. Also, welcome in Green Tea. New farming game. Yes, this is a horse ranching sim. So it's great for OG horse girlies like me. It does have some gardening though. You do grow some crops. I have not been growing any because it's like the end of autumn, so I've been slacking. That said that there were wild horses in Crystal Lake. I don't know if we're gonna stop by Crystal Lake today. But yeah, this game's all about breeding, training, raising horses, and you can compete in cross-country events with them, which is like jumping big jumps out in nature. Out in the woods. Jumping over big logs and fences that don't fall over. Actually kind of a terrifying activity in real life, but fun in this game. But I've just been doing breeding. I haven't been doing a lot of competitions recently. Not that they're like bad. I like them a lot, but I've been focusing on my breeding programs a little bit. And I find that the time it takes to run a competition is kind of long. So it takes up a lot of your daylight hours. But yeah. Basically, don't get baited into the FOMO of conventions if it doesn't end up looking like something you would like to do. Cause like they're fun, but they're not always fun. It often just depends on the activities and the people that you're with. Plus, for certain conventions, the city gets very crowded. When there's a lot of people coming into town, sometimes that makes things complex. Makes Ubers very expensive. Because there's like a surge. So, even if a city was fairly affordable, I almost forgot to feed you. Even if a city was fairly affordable beforehand, it might not be super affordable on convention weekend. is what I have found. My mouse is kind of being funky. What are you sticking to something? All right. I gotta bring this girl in. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am? Ma'am? Hello. You are pregnant. You should come inside. We should give you a brush-in. And then you should come inside. So that I won't forget. You're gonna have your baby soon. Alright. Brush, brush, brush. I'm gonna clip her tail as well. It's a little... let's see. Send to stable. Why don't we do that? Okay. Argent. Yeah, she needs to rest inside. Let me see. Is your stall all set up? No, it is not. Alright, let's put some sand down. She is full though, so she can vibe in here. I think the pink blanket looks really cute on her. She's a cute lady anyway, but I think it looks very cute. Alright. Wispy Lemon. Hello, sir. What do you need? What should we do today? Let's do flexibility for you to start. Let's head over to the trail. You can train all of these things, like, on your farm. You have 2 arenas that you can train in. But it's just faster to go to these special spots. Plus, I paid a lot of money for them. I paid a lot of money to unlock and upgrade them, so I feel like we might as well use them. Alright. I feel like I haven't visited the goats in here in a hot minute. I think they're up on that ridge, I think. Maybe I'll have to go after. Say hi to them, because they're very cute. They're very cute beans. This place has goats. Pine Forest has rabbits. Town has sheep. The meadow has sheep. Lupine Meadow. Crystal Lake. I don't know what Crystal Lake has, if anything. It might not have anything. I feel like it should have like turtles or something, because it is full of water. Alright, flexibility training by doing some barrel weaving. Alright. Okay, where do we end up with your stat here? We are at 98%. We can feed you a watermelon. You get all your energy back. Okay. So that's flexibility, should be at 100%. What should we do next? Probably jump, I guess. Yeah. Either one works, but jump is closer to being finished, so maybe jump. And then we only have to do speed tomorrow. Especially because I just fully upgraded the speed arena. So now you can go through the gates 3 times each. So that's kind of nice. We'll be able to do our first pass and then get some more stamina back and then finish out. Can you do a kickflip? Sadly, no. Horses can't really do kickflips. Their legs are kind of delicate, so we have to be careful with them. They're long, spindly legs. Because if a horse breaks a leg, it's kind of over. You can heal it, but it's very expensive. You gotta keep them like suspended and off the leg, and that's pretty awful. So, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it with Wispy Lemon. We'll leave the kickflips to the bipedal folks. They have less legs to break. I should go see the wild horses after this too. Not that I'm gonna snag any of them really. We don't really have room for them currently, and I think I do have a Sabino mare, I think, in my retirement pasture, so can always add that gene into the pool if and when we want, but alright, there we go. I wonder if we'll finish it out. Oh, we did. Nice. Okay, so all we'll need to do is speed. Good to know. I guess we could do a gate or two. Speed today. Make use of this stuff. Where are the wild horses? Let's look. Oh, they're really close. Okay. They're just over here, I think. Oh, I see them. Okay. I see them. Let's see what coat colors we got. Anybody fancy? We have some fancy friends for sure. I think that's a Sabino. Hello, what are you? Oh, that is. Hi, pretty. So we have one Sabino. Maybe two. That one might be one too. I'm not super familiar with the Sabino patterns. It's like this, how would you even describe it? It's kind of like a speckling of varying intensity. Oh, there's the exit. They're right there. But some have more spots than others. All right, let's bring this friend. Let's go do a couple of speed gates. I got really messed up because they changed the layout of this section of the town from when I first started playing. And there's one, all the town races, you just race through the actual town. And the last one, the hardest one, the beginning, like runs through this section. And I got so turned around for a minute, I thought I was having like a moment. I was like, why do I not remember this being this bad? And then I was like, oh, we changed the pathing. It's actually different now. That would be why. But it took me a few tries before I was like, what is happening? Why can I not do this? And it was like, I see. Now I get it. We moved things around and my brain has not caught up yet. I think this place, Lupine Meadow, I think is my favorite of all the trails, to be honest. They're all nice in their own way, but I don't know. I find this one to be the prettiest. Lots of wide open spaces and like the placement of the trees and all the little like foresty copses and stuff is very nice. And it has a covered bridge, which is pretty fun. I actually saw a book on covered bridges in the CVS the other day. Yesterday when I went to go get my antibiotics for my foot, and I thought about buying it for my parents because they love covered bridges. They're like obsessed. It's like one of their favorite things in the whole wide world. Is they just go places just to see covered bridges. They just love them. Alright, I know my horse can't be trained further. I'm gotta make my way out and around. That's all. Let's actually go up to the covered bridge. I think the best way to get up there is over this way, I think. And yeah, I think we can cut through over here. There it is. There we go. Covered bridge. You can see out over here. Just so cool. You can see the sheep over there. Little sheeps living their best lives. And that's the like wild horse pen. You can see all the trees. They're in nice fall foliage colors because we're in autumn right now. Yeah, I don't know. I just like that there's nice scenic spots in all of these trails. I kind of wish there was a multiplayer element so you could like have trail rides with friends. That would be kind of the best. Maybe one day we'll get that as a cool feature. I miss autumn. Me too. I'm kind of sad that we're going into summer. I don't like summer. I don't mind it because it's a slow time at work, but it is very hot, and that is not my jam. I do not thrive in hot weather. Plus, I wear long sleeves like pretty much year round, I would say. Because I have a big forearm tattoo. And I don't like it being in the sun. And also, I have quite like my skin's quite pale, so I just turn into a little lobster. If the sun physically touches my skin, I'm in danger. So I'm basically like wrapped up and shrouded. And so summer is a difficult time for me. Some people it's like their favorite time of year. I have some coworkers that it's like this is when they come alive, but I kind of that ain't me. It would be helpful if it was me because gardening would be much easier if I was happy about being outside when it was really hot because you got to do most of your gardening when it's hot. So tattoos are cool. Yeah, they're expensive, but they are cool. Do I have? I guess I don't have the green blanket. Do. Actually, the Western saddle pad, we'll grab this too. That could be cool for some people. But yeah, my tattoo has like blues and greens in it, and those tend to fade very quickly in the sun. So I try and keep it away from the sun as much as humanly possible. I guess we could just canter around our... Actually, you know what? Let's go to our indoor arena. I think I can set it to just be empty and then canter around in there, and I think I should get a bonus for training in there. Hi, Raz. Welcome in, Bepsy. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are good by you. Let's do empty arena. Thanks, friend. Alright, let me see if I can finish out my stamina bar. Maybe get some more speed points. I always forget that when you hitch a horse up to those hitching posts in town, they seem to get like a little sliver of stamina back. Not the worst thing, let me tell you. Spent all morning cooking and cleaning, so I'm content. Hope you had a good weekend. Ooh, what were you cooking for? Were you like meal prepping for the week? Or did you have a big shindig today? But I'm glad you're having a good time. I spent a good chunk of my day yesterday cleaning as well. So I feel that I have a lot more laundry that needs to be done today. Gotta do the bedding laundry and the rag laundry, and then some more clothes, I think. So it's gonna be a afternoon of continuously going back and forth to the washer. Oh my god, you're so dusty, friend. How did this happen? How did this happen, I ask, as I had this horse running around outside. We ran all over. Alright, let me go to the outside friends. And we should brush all of them, because they're no doubt filthy. Yeah, look at how filthy this child is. Very, very filthy. Coated in grime. Don't put your ears back at me. We have to brush you. Mostly meal prep, work lunches, and junk. Also a big tenderloin with lemon and butter for lots of leftovers. Oh, love that. That sounds so tasty. Meal prepping is great. I love eating leftovers. My husband does not like eating leftovers, but I am a big leftovers fan. So, anytime he cooks something, I just keep all the leftovers for me. And I eat it for lunches and stuff. Alright, let's trim your tail. You're looking good. Alright, let's brush you, ma'am. Brush, brush, brush. All right, she's looking good. She just came out, so I don't think she needs to be brushed. This boy here is very handsome. I like his... Look at him. He's so pretty. Dapple Dark Chestnut Dun Overo. He's a pretty boy. Alright. There's that. I also like his... I don't know, I like the intensity of his dapple on him. It looks very good. Let's trim his tail. My job is lots of thinking. Leftovers are perfect for when there's no brain juice to plan a meal. That is very true. Leftovers are perfect for that. Sometimes there's just no brain juice left in the tank. That's okay. Actually, hold on. Wispy Mouse. Come over here. Yeah, you. Okay. Now I can actually groom you. You were too close to the fence. Wispy Mouse is very cute. He's also got great stats, so he's actually our competition boy. Also, he's an Appaloosa, so I love Appaloosas. Always good beans. Alright, those friends are all set. She's all ready. She's gonna give birth in 2 days, so got another day or so. We're gonna finish up his stuff tomorrow, and then we'll probably sell him. I've got 4 open stalls. This little buddy is going to need a stall in 3 days, so that's okay. Okay. I might want to put someone else out. Who was I pairing together? That's a good question. I think if I pair... These two could be good, actually. He's a blue dun. Black bay. I don't know. I don't remember what the gene of blue dun is. I don't know if it's a black coat base. Let's try. Let's see what these two. What kind of babies do you guys make? Let's find out. All right. There's that. Because we kind of have enough space. We have enough stalls now that we can kind of have a couple going. All right. Time for bed. Guess I can forage a little on my own property. Apples. Okay. All right. Time for bed. Slept. I thought this said plants, like, planted, and I was like, I didn't plant any plants. Gathered. Gotcha, gotcha. Alright. Let me go check on my pear trees. First act of the day. Pear harvesting. Very important. Actually, I have pear trees in real life, so actually do this in real life. Go and gather pears from my pear trees. My pear trees and my apple trees make me very sneezy in the spring, but I appreciate all their fruit in the fall. Alright, let's clean out this stall. There we go. There's that. She's all taken care of. Okay, who was your family tree? Oh, you were Fluffy Pancake. Okay. I see. My god, don't kick. You get so fidgety when we're trying to do your brushing. Okay. There's that boy. I should probably also turn my manure into fertilizer for crops. I don't know what I'm gonna grow in the winter. I haven't decided. I think I might have enough shield fertilizer to grow something cool. If you had a name like the horses' names in this game, what would it be? That's a good question. What would it be? I think my husband would say it's Fiery Mouse. Because I'm small, but I have a lot of feelings in me. If I had to pick, though. It would probably be something silly like 2 raisin or something. Because I kind of like 3 cashew. And I do like raisins. 2 pears. Or caramel apple, maybe. Because that's one of my favorite desserts. It would probably be something like that. But yeah, I think my husband would say my name would be like Fiery Mouse. 10 pies? Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Why not have more, you know? Alright, what do you need? Speed. Alright, we're going. And then we can't ride our own horse to the auction house that we're gonna sell, so we'll have to swap out our steed. I was talking about mahjong, but sure. Oh, true. 10 pie. I didn't even get that. I was just like, yeah, 10 pies. Sounds good. Sounds great. Who wouldn't want 10 pies? I haven't played Jong in a bit. I played in person. It's the most recent that I've played, but even that was a bit ago. I feel like I liked Ricci City more, but there just like weren't a whole lot of people playing. So the population issue was kind of a pain. But I liked being able to see the wall. And I had a lot more decor in there. What did you like more about Ricci City? Yeah, seeing the wall. The decor options were better, in my opinion. They're more generous with that stuff. I know some people are not happy about the losing points for 3rd place thing, but I don't mind that. That actually doesn't bother me at all. But I can understand if you're motivated by rank go up, that Ricci City was maybe not the best. Like I don't have a problem with 3rd place being like pretty heavily like penalized, like 3rd and 4th. And like 1st being like heavily weighted towards being positive, because I think you should always like play to win, you know? That makes the most fun games in my opinion. When everyone's just like stalemating out or playing for like 2nd or 3rd, it's like pretty meh. So I don't mind when the game is like, yeah, you should try and get first, and if you don't, you kind of get bopped. I don't mind that at all. Because I just think it makes the games more fun, encourages people to go to for big hands. It changes like player mentality a little bit. Into things that I prefer. But yeah. Those were my things that I liked about it, but like I said, especially as you got up to like the upper level rooms, there was just nobody there. There like were not enough players to kind of sustain it, unfortunately. So, not that I was in like the top rooms, but you could tell there were population issues. I like Mod Soul, but I've played Mod Soul for a long time. Sometimes I get a little tired of it. So, because I've played Mod Soul since launch. So, it's been a while. Many years. And I had fun in there, but like I said, the cosmetics, I don't have as many of them, and you usually have to grind like really hard on the events to like get the cosmetics and stuff. And then the rolling is just expensive, so I was like, yeah, it's a lot of money that I'm spending on rolls to have fun cosmetics to like dress the thing up and make it feel fresh. So, Ricci City was a breath of fresh air in that regard. I will say the skins, like the art and the skins in Mod Soul are better, though I will say the weird, like, foot fetish art is really odd. Kind of in both of them. I don't really know what that's about. The more that you look at some of the skins, the more you're like, this is like weird fetish posing. And the more that you think on it, the more that you kind of like recognize it. Like there's just posing, there's like composition choices that were made that it's like, this is like really odd. Like an artist wouldn't have chosen this normally. Like why would someone have half a sock on their foot? You know what I mean? Like it's there's some strange things in there. I will say the Ricci City skins, some of the skins are like hyper-sexualized posing, but in a way that feels really voyeuristic, which I'm not a fan of. Like the gaze is definitely, yeah, that's not my jam either. But both of them are pretty bad with some weird composition, some weird things that definitely are meant to appeal to fetishes, and some weird like voyeuristic compositions and stuff. So it's like, guys, I don't know about this. Do I want to be giving you my money? No. So yeah, some of that stuff, listen, you can like whatever you like, but it was just a little odd how overt it was, I guess. I was kind of like, huh, are there that many people that play Mod Soul that are into feet that warrants this kind of uncomfortable posing for everybody else? I don't know. Maybe there is. I don't know. But it was definitely a bit odd. I do wish, though, I do wish a lot of games would realize that, like, you can draw female characters in ways that are attractive without it being sexualized to, like, an uncomfortable degree, I guess. A lot of games seem to, like, really misunderstand that mark, and I don't really know why. It's like very confusing from an art direction perspective, and it's like, I don't know if your art director is just like not very good, or I don't know. You can have cute, you can have sexy, but you don't need to make it weird. Yeah, like there are ways to have, I don't know, there are ways to have attractive characters without it being like, this person is nude. And you're like, are you sure? Are we positive? Why though? Oh, I was like, why is my list so short? But then I realized you can't sell pregnant horses, that's why. Alright, we're selling Wispy Lemon. Thanks for your work, boyo. Oh, they're really going ham on this auction. Excuse me? Okay. Wow. 45k. That went up way farther than I thought it would. Oh. Oh, you can call her in here. I didn't know that. So I guess if you can't find her, you can always come into the auction house and call our girl. Alright. Handy. Good to know. I've also noticed this was something that has been really strange to me. I've seen this discourse a couple times on Twitter where people don't seem to have a really good understanding of what makes a pose sexual or suggestive, even if the character is fully clothed. I saw someone posted their reference sheet and they had tried to post it in like some other person's Discord and they had gotten a mod telling them that like, hey, this is like a not like this is a seiso space. This is not a like not safe for work space, and like this art is incredibly suggestive. And this person was genuinely confused, and I was kind of confused as to how they were confused because the posing was pretty out there. And it also made me a little sad because I felt like unless they asked their artist to make a reference sheet that had suggestive or lewd posing, that's a real shame if you didn't think that that was suggestive or lewd and you paid a bunch of money to somebody and they like gave you some really charged poses and compositions back. It was kind of brutal. And I was like, fam, why do we not know that this is, like, you can have certain body shapes and contortions and things that are very suggestive and are meant to be that way and are very obvious even if the character is fully clothed. So I don't know if it's low visual analysis skills. I don't know if that's really being taught anywhere. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not something that anyone's taught to be critical about, but it was a little concerning. I was like, yeah, I am shocked that how do you teach it? Normally, most visual analysis skills are taught by looking at art and then talking about like how figure and gesture and the body can be used to convey certain things. So it would kind of be an art history or like an art composition class. Like I would think in your art, like an art class would probably teach it, but I guess in the US at least, we've been defunding our art classes. I feel like the lack of critical analysis exposure, just how normalized it is. Yeah, I wonder too, that's what I wondered as well, if maybe especially on, Twitter is an echo chamber, to be fair. It's like a very small, you can easily become in this little hole, right? Where it's just other people who all think the same way as you. And it's not necessarily indicative of like the larger group. But I did wonder if maybe like personally, the VTuber scene in general, at least how people interact on Twitter, is wildly sexual and out of pocket in a lot of ways. In like, it would be fine if things were like tagged or art was, you know, had like the warnings on it or whatever, but the way people interact legitimately, I've seen some like erotic role play in the comments kind of thing, and it's not for irony, and it's a little bit, it's like, it's deeply uncomfortable. I usually just end up doing a lot of muting, because that would make me uncomfortable to post on the internet, especially in a space that could have children in it. That makes me like freaked out. that makes me freaked out. And also, at the end of the day, I know people are like, but I put minors do not interact on my profile. Minors are gonna be there though, bro. Minors are gonna be there. Like, I don't know. That would freak me out. I don't really want to interact with a child uh over adult topics. I really hate how VTuber has this inherent layer of sexualization to it. I think part of it is the reality. It's like twofold, right? Like part or threefold. One, a lot of anime, like a lot of ways that people interact with anime as a medium is like bisexualizing characters, even if they're not sexualized in the canon. So that's one layer. And then obviously VTubing, many people have an anime aesthetic, me included. So there is some like conflation there that happens. Two is the idol culture situation, which, because a lot of these corporate entities, at least in Japan, are idol companies, there's a lot of things in idol culture that are about being kind of promiscuous and being kind of suggestive, but also having this image of your idol being available to you. They're not really supposed to talk about dating other people. They're kind of, you know, it sells to encourage that kind of parasocialism. And three is just that sex sells. Like, we know that that's kind of a thing. So, you know, being lewd isn't necessarily going to get you to be like Iron Mouse. And also, like, people who create 18 plus content and are good at it, like, there is a layer of skill here as well, because sex sells. Oh my god, I don't know if you guys saw, one of my horses just got pushed through the air. I witnessed that from so far away. Alright, I'm gonna park myself here in case it happens again. There was a weird collision thing. Sex sells, but bad sex doesn't sell for very much. Is like the best way I can put it. So, if the lewd stuff is not something that you're good at, and you're not good at creating this environment that is provocative and attractive to people, then it's not really, it's kind of a moot point at that point. You know, you're not gonna do great. But yeah, there's some weird stuff. Oh, see? It did it again! Got pushed right into the air. I've never seen that happen. That must happen only in this pasture. My little cream baby just got yeeted. Wow. Flying horses today we saw. But yeah, I think sometimes also with the anime aesthetic and stuff, I think sometimes people forget that there are like humans behind the VTuber characters. And so while it would be fine, I guess, for you to get hypersexualized fan art of like a character in an anime that you like, that's like not really cool when it's a person. You know what I mean? Like that like crosses a boundary, and I think that boundary gets kind of grayed out in VTubing, which I think is part of why people are really aggressively sexual with people that they don't know and are like strangers to them, because they think it's like interacting with like Mystic Messenger, you know, just like an anime character on your phone who can respond back to you, and not like a human being who maybe is not consenting to ERPing with you or seeing your ERP in the comments of a Twitter post. So yeah, it's an odd batch. I will say the parasocialism thing also does sell, like Mary was saying. Like, being parasocial with your fans will give you more money. But it's at the cost of you kind of being manipulative with people who are probably at like a low point. Like, someone who fancies themselves in love with you is probably more likely to like splash out money on your birthday or give big to your subathon. But, you know, then you also have to take on the burden of, you know, what that is doing to those people. I feel like that has to happen with more conventional sex work too, but I'm not an expert. Oh, I'm sure it does. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of layers to that as well. Yeah, I think a lot of... That's the other thing, I guess. Part of me wonders how often really lewd VTubers would consider themselves sex workers, because that's what they are. That is sex work. Creating 18 plus sexual content is sex work. But I kind of feel like they would be like, no, that's not what I do. It's like, but you do though. And why do you think that there should be a line between you and them? And then we have to break down kind of why people demonize sex work. But that's a whole other conversation. It happens a lot though. I used to follow a woman who was a stripper in Vegas at the really like high-end clubs. Fascinating, super interesting to just hear like her talk about the industry and like how like the finances of it and stuff were very interesting. And a big part of her thing was also the breaking down the stigmatization of sex work, which was cool. But yeah, huge topic. We could talk about that all day. It would get deep. There, that well is deep. All right, we have a lot happening here. Lupine Meadow has horses. 3 Cashew had her full. All right. Again, I do want to make clear, being a LewDtuber, not bad at all. No different than being a seiso VTuber. I would encourage people to not ERP on Twitter, though. That is weird. Even for sex work. That is strange. When it's like 2 people having a bedroom level conversation out in the public eye, put that in DMs. Keep that to DMs. Otherwise, it's a little strange. A little lack of etiquette and a little odd. Also, tag your stuff. If you have 18 plus stuff, make sure you check the 18 plus tag and stuff on every platform that you're on. Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, any of them. It's your responsibility to make sure that your stuff is appropriately tagged and hidden from people who might not want to see it. Because not everyone wants to be sexual at all or all the time. Some people are just trying to open their phone on a busy subway, and they don't need to be bombarded, and they don't need to bombard the people around them either. Sometimes they're just trying to see what their friends are up to. But Twitter opens the wrong tab. And then it all goes to hell in a handbasket. All right, what do we get? This a cutie one. Oh my god, this foal's so pretty. Hello. Hi, Raz. It's been a while. Welcome in, Uranium. Hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday. Hope things are good by you. Oh my god, this foal is so cute. So cute. Gotta brush your mom first, and then we can take a look at ya. Let's see. What were you? Who's your parent? Oh my goodness, look at this cute bean. Dapple, dark chestnut, roan, Tobian. Oh, look at this bean. He's pretty. He's very pretty. He was 3 cashew and bright storm. Ah, so good. You are a cute baby. We might keep you. Doing great? Came back from a much needed vacation to get out of headspace. That sounds great. I hope you had a good vacation. Glad you got lots of rest. Hopefully you got to do some fun stuff while you were out and about. That sounds very joyful. Oh my god, that baby is so cute. I think that's one of the cutest babies we've ever produced on this farm. Oh my Lanta. Alright, let's see. You two can be released. Yes. Stormy wind. You guys can go out and about. And then, where's my competition? Actually, are you... Hello. Are you... No, your energy's fine. Oh, I thought your energy was going to be 0. But it was not. Okay. Let's give you a brush in. And then maybe let's do some competition so we can make some money. Now that we don't have a million horses to train. Also, I like his tack setup, I gotta say. I think he looks nice with the brown and cream set. Let's see, what should we do? I think Rocky Mountain and... I mean, I don't want to do Rivershine Town because that one's actually hard, but let's do Rocky Mountain and then see if we can do Lupine Meadow too. It will be a test. Alright, now to see if I remember this course. I don't know if I do. Okay. There we go. I think we go around this. Yeah, I keep thinking that we go up there, but we don't. We do not. Okay, then we go up this slope, which for some reason the uphill ones always get me here. They're hard for me to time, even when I'm just like spamming. Somehow I always fall prey to that. But downhill doesn't seem to give me the same issues, so I don't know. Okay. I get all twisted up in this place, though, I will say. I never know where we are oriented in the actual zone. Alright, and now the last 3. There we go. Killing it. Came in first. Collect that 5k. It pays to be good at these competitions, I gotta say. Let's give you a snack. What should we give you? Let's do an apple. I think that'll be fine. And then Lupine Meadow is pretty relaxed. It's a lot of running, so like stamina is kind of an issue, but it's not too bad. There we go. All right. I'm having to like change gates a whole bunch of times because my stamina is not amazing. Okay, let's see. Oh, I keep thinking that we go down that way, but that's not yet. Soon. It's here. Oh, we just went through that whole fence. I don't know. I don't know what we were up to there. Okay. Nice. It's a little closer than I wanted, but that's fine. Nice. Made a tidy amount. All right. All brushed up. Wispy Mouse looking fresh. Oh, such a cute baby. I can't believe this is such a cute baby. Wow. So cute. Kind of wish he was flaxen though, because then he would have his mom's blonde mane. That would be really cute too. Alright, what is there? Can do some foraging, I guess. Running around, grabbing some stuff. Oh, I thought I didn't. I was like, oh, there's pears in this tree. I didn't harvest them, but I did. Hello, Miss Pickles. How are you? Did you big munch? Were you big munchin'? I think I heard you having a big munch earlier. Is that true? Yeah, you had some breakfast. Was it tasty? Belated Pickles snuggle time? I know. I have returned. Welcome back. Pickles. Pick requires additional stink cereal. She eats wet food, so it's less like cereal and more like oatmeal, I guess. She always gets covered in gravy, too. She's kind of a messy eater. Come here. I know, I'm talking about you. I know, come here. Come here, big girl. There you go. Oh my goodness. You comfy? You comfy cozy? You eat some lunch? I guess it's lunchtime for you. Oh. Oh, big purrs. Big purrs. Yeah. What a good lady. What a good baby. I can't shake you up too much or you'll feel sick. I know. Big purrs. Yeah, she's having a nice time. She's getting some mom lap time. Chilling. Excuse me. How are you outside of the fence? Can you go back inside? Excuse me. This is you. Why? How did you get out? Okay. She's jailbroken. She's just... We're wild now. Yeah, she's like, no, I'm doing my own thing. Okay. Alright, friend. Do your own thing. Live your best life. Who am I to tell you what to do? What do you think, Pickles? You're too sleepy? You're too sleepy? Yeah. You're just purring? Well, that's nice. That's nice. Never really come back here on foot, I think. At least not since I built the arena. I don't know what's back here. Probably nothing, but would be a good spot to hide one of those treasure chests. I forget where the ones on the farm were. It's been a long time since we found those, so I'm pretty sure this ring here is going to be used for the foal training and the lunging, which is very exciting. Pretty sure this is going to be the little lunge arena, because it's the only spot that's like not usable yet on the farm, full of bushes. Moving a horse's work at the best of times. They want to be free. They be free. They are pretty strong. Comparable to a human. That is true. If they really set their mind to going somewhere, they're probably just gonna go. The most you can say is, please stop. But if they really want to go somewhere, they're gonna head off. Alright. Nice. I can't believe we got such a cute baby. Such a cute foal. Born on our ranch. So blessed. Alright, let's go ahead and sleep so we can save. Did that friend is now, well, are you the jailbroken one? Maybe. No, she's still over there. She's still outside the fence. I might have to take her out and then put her back to fix it. Alright. I think this is probably where we're gonna end out for the day, at least for the game. So let me go ahead and quit, and then let me go over here. Hang out over here for a bit. But thanks for joining me today, guys. It was a nice, cozy horse game time. Let me take a look and see if anyone is around. I think Remy might be doing some art, so let me check. Thanks for the conversation. I hope I wasn't too much. Not at all. I enjoyed our conversation today. We got a little deep about sex work, but that's fine. That's okay. It should be talked about at some point. That's never a bad thing. If I ever had a problem with conversation, I would tell y'all and we would just cut off the topic. So it's all good. Was lovely to join. Also, chat is cute. Chat is cute. The cottagers are always big cute. Alright, let me see. I think I have my schedule for next week. Handy dandy. Okay, here it is. I think the dates are correct. I just kind of stopped spacing out in time to leave, it seems. It's all good. It's all good. I mean, we'll chat for a little bit. We'll chat through the schedule, and then I'll probably check in on Remy. I think that's where we're going to go. I think she's doing art right now. Schedule for next week. So we're going to be doing Sakuna on Thursday. This is our new stream schedule, by the way, guys. So it's going to be Thursday evenings at 6 p.m. Eastern. Saturdays are normally going to be 11 a.m. Eastern, and then Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern. And so we're going to do Sakuna on Thursday. We're going to be back doing Sakuna on Sunday. Saturday is going to be kind of a different one. So at noon, we're actually going to be watching Wholesome Direct together in our Discord. So I'm not going to stream Wholesome Direct, but if you'd like to join, you're welcome to join our Discord. So we're going to be like streaming it in there and like live reacting to all the stuff. So if you'd like to join, you don't have to talk. If you just want to like listen, you can just come in and mute, or you can chat with us over all the games if you like. So that'll be nice. I think Wholesome Direct, I want to say, is only an hour, so depending on how I'm feeling afterwards, we might play some more Sakuna for a bit after that, but it'll kind of depend on what the vibe is. If I'm like tired, if I got super hyped up about some game and I'd lost my mind, maybe maybe I'll have to just end after we do some chatting at the end of Wholesome Direct, but that'll be at noon, so that's very exciting. I'm hoping for some good release dates. I want to see release dates and good announcements. The Marvelous showcase this year was kind of disappointing. I still love you, Marvelous, but we didn't really get any release dates for the Story of Seasons stuff, which was kind of a shame. They just kept being like, oh, we'll have more info for Rune Factory and Story of Seasons later, and I was like, but I want it now. So we'll see. It might come up. They might be waiting for like a Nintendo Direct or something to like release it, but I do not know. Can someone ping me in the Discord for that? Yeah, we can do a ping. I can make a note that we can ping you in particular, but we might ping people when the event is starting, so if anyone wants to join, they are welcome to. But yeah, so we'll be doing some Sakuna next week. It'll be nice and chill, and then we'll have our little Wholesome Direct, or Wholesome Direct. I was like, what is this called? Wholesome Games, Wholesome Direct. And that'll be a nice Saturday, I don't know, early afternoon, morning for some people, vibe. Let's go say hi to Remy. For the YouTube friends, you guys are just gonna get the new stream ending screen. I added new stream opening and ending screens because it's a new month. New month, new me. So you guys are gonna get the ending screen, but thank you guys to everybody for coming out and hanging out with me as we did some cozy horse game. It's always nice to chat. I like having our cozy horse game times. They're a great kind of just chatting vibe. For everyone else, we're gonna go say hi to Remy. She's doing some art. First raid message is for subscribers, second raid message is for everybody else. Let me get this raid started up. Remy is also part of the Cozy Collective with me. She's in my Discord, so let's go say hi to her, see how she's doing. But as always, I hope you guys have an excellent rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, and hopefully I get to see you guys again very, very soon.